As we come to the conclusion of the 120 days period of consultation that began on April 17, 2021, I come to you again from the Secretariat of NINAS with this special broadcast addressing specific constituencies in our populace, stakeholder groups, specific, segments of society that are responsible for the things that are happening and things that should happen, but who don't seem to have connected with what is going on. We're in a situation of life and death, of being invaded by an alien force, by the Fulani who have decided to wipe out the owners of Nigeria, the indigenous owners of Nigeria, and become the new owners, having imposed a constitution that make other people, every other person slaves, that have disarmed everybody else from being able to defend themselves, that have seized the economic assets of everybody, and that generally, just worse than apartheid. And so, in this series of specific address to segments of society, the first segment that is in fact the most urgent will be the political parties at this time. All of what we have been talking about, the constitution that is the source of all the miseries, including the killings going on, including the mass poverty, including the general insecurity and the hopelessness in the land. The political parties are at the center. That constitution could have been laid to rest if the political parties in Nigeria, without exception, PDP, APC, ABGA, Young People's Party, all the political parties in Nigeria subscribe to that constitution. And they go to election every 4 years to renew the life of that constitution. And so, in the face of the sovereignty dispute, of the union dispute that was raised in December of 2020 by the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, the political parties seem to have been particularly interested in keeping things the way they are. And they're carrying on as if the people they claim to represent, the people they claim to be leading, do not matter in all things. They are now in connivance with that enemy that is killing the people and ruining their lives. So political parties, this address is for you, particularly the PDP and the APC. The 1999 Constitution is a fraud that has rendered all of us slaves in our land, that has rendered us vulnerable to being killed in the manner we are being killed. And so we have the owners of Nigeria, as we see in this map, the indigenous nationalities across the south and the middle belt, have decided, have repudiated that constitution, and in order to demonstrate the rejection of that constitution, that they will not go to any further elections under that constitution. And so, since it is only political parties that contest election, we saw it coming from the Supreme Court in AMAECHI's case, only political parties contest those elections that renew the life of the constitution. There's no other way the life of the constitution is renewed. And so, whoever is going to win any election, including the one of 2023 general elections, will have to swear to defend and uphold that constitution. So either way, whether the PDP wins or the APC wins, all of the things that are happening to us now on account of that fraudulent constitution, on account of that constitution of death, will continue to happen. And so the political parties have become the Judas goat in the circumstance. What's the meaning of Judas goat? Judas goat is that goat specially trained to lead other goats to slaughter. Normally when you want to take goats or cattle to slaughter, there's that reluctance for those who have dealt with abattoirs before. So they train this particular set of animals to lead other animals to slaughter. That is when they come, because no human being is involved, they commence the movement and others follow them. And they go to slaughter. They never get killed. They always come out tops. They always come out, rewarded, because nobody, the aperture operators don't kill them. They are trained for that purpose. Political parties, you have become the Judas goat in this dispute, in this debate. We now invite you specially, Ninas invites you specially, to take a position in the union dispute, in which we are rejecting that constitution as basis of any further national elections. So the choice is now, will you want to be on the side of your people, the ones you claim you want to represent, the ones you claim you want to govern, or you will be on the side of the enemy that wants to, continue the operation of that constitution, to save the life of that constitution. If we take out the life of that constitution, we'll be saving our people. If we continue in the journey to election in 2023 under that constitution, we'll be compromising the lives and future of our people. Therefore, political parties, please, we invite you as at now, we invite you as urgently as you can go to consider. Call a convention. Call whatever meeting you have to call to decide on the matter of where will election under this constitution get us to. It's a good thing that Peter Obi, who had been advertising his skills of governance, wonderful thing he did in Anambra, but he has finally come to the realization that the engine of Nigeria's vehicle is knocked, and that it is not the search for the driver that should precede the search for replacement of that engine, because no driver can you bring that will be able to do better than any previous driver. We have seen it since 1999. We've had the tall driver, we have the short driver, we have the fat driver, we have the slim driver, and the situation is getting progressively worse. And so we say, now that Peter Obi has told the rest of those who were hoping to go and be the better president, or be the one that come from one part that is better than the other part, all of those things will come down to swearing to defend a constitution that creates the corruption we're talking about, and defends and protects the beneficiaries in black and white. A constitution that makes it impossible for anybody to do anything in all the things they can do to solve their problems, including defending themselves from invaders who are killing them with arms. And so we invite the political parties as a matter of urgency. There's no other thing they are going to tell us they are coming to do that can be done outside the constitution by which they will swear to govern. So Ninas is telling everybody being invited by the political parties to ask those political parties, by which constitution are you going to govern? And all those things we say are coming from that constitution. Those parties are subscribing to keeping it that way, so that the people who impose that constitution, who are clinging onto it alone, since others have rejected it by way of formal repudiation, are the ones wanting to save that constitution. They are the ones inviting political parties to come with them to election. We see INEC and Yakub and all the people who are throwing all kinds of things around to lure us, to railroad us towards election. If we go to this election under this constitution, we are only signing our death warrant. Let it be sounded clear. Those who do not understand can come to ask Ninas. Go to the website, make your inquiries. Anybody who is going to further elections under this constitution is saying, let the killings continue, let the impoverishment continue, let the looting continue, because that is what that constitution it guarantees the affluence of the political merchants who turn up to the governors and senators and all kinds of office holders, and at the same time guaranteeing the misery, the killings, and the poverty of the populace. So as they're inviting you, political party, you are the one at the center of this discussion. If you do not agree with the people, if you do not come on the side of the people now, you will be the ones leading them to this slaughter that is sure if this election is going to happen, in 2020 under that constitution. We're not talking about boycott here. We're saying that in the third quarter, inside 2021, all of us who reject this constitution must stand up to say we can't proceed to election under it, so we can go to transition and begin to work out what will save the Nigerians that are trapped in this defunct Federation of Nigeria. We have a country, but we no longer have a federation. We saw Bangladesh the other day, talking nonsense about settled issues, about being in union, about unity. Who and who settled such? The political parties must take a decision among themselves, because the populace, the young people are watching. Whoever says is going to do better than the other, let us ask him under which constitution will he do that better. The structure of 36 states will remain. The 7 and 74 local government areas will remain. The 68 items of exclusive list will remain. Everything that has caused this calamity will remain. So let us get it clear. Political parties, we invite you to listen to the people, close shop right away. Let us go and solve this problem. If you insist on going to election, you are compromising the lives of the people you claim you are leading.